So this is a good news. Honestly speaking, I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So if you're a healthcare assistant or you're planning to come to the UK on this healthcare worker visa route, hi beautiful people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time here, my name is Stella. On this channel, I talk about my life here in the UK, what is happening around me, and I share information. So if this content sounds like what you'll be interested in, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos. Click on that notification bell to get notified whenever I post any new video. And for my returning subscribers, you guys are the real G. Thank you guys for always coming back to watch my videos. So like I said, this is a good news for once. So if you're a UK healthcare assistant on a sponsorship, for those of you that don't know, so many things has been happening, which I am sure if you're current on social media or if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, you guys will see what's happening, how care homes, care agency license are being revoked. So now, if a care home or care agency license is being revoked, this affects the healthcare workers. Meaning, healthcare workers are given 60 days by the Home Office to get a sponsorship or to leave the country to another country. And now, if in 60 days you do not get a care company that will sponsor you, you're being deported to your home country, which is making so many people confused and stranded in the UK. Just imagine coming to this country and after struggling to settle, only for a care agency license to be revoked, which is not fair, to be honest. In the past, I made a video where people are submitting, is what the competition. UK government should stop, giving care workers 60 days to stay in the country. Instead, they should face the recruiter, meaning they should face the care company. So instead of giving a healthcare assistant 60 days to find a job, why not find or stop the company from functioning? Because sometimes this company are at fault, sometimes, in fact most of the time, to be honest. Because why they revoke some person's license is because when they find out that some of these care companies are collecting money, because this money is powerful. When they hear that this particular care company or care agency is charging 5,000, 10,000, before you know, some of them will be tempted to charge money. Sometimes some of them are so greedy in charging this money, which makes some of these carers reporting them. Now there's a new rule put in place, which was recently announced, and I'm super excited to share this because honestly speaking, I've seen so many persons struggling in the UK, to change a sponsorship, which I am going to read what it says on this article. But before then, please, if you have not joined union, it's important for you to join union. Personally, I joined Unison. Now, I'm not being paid for this. This is the union I joined, and I pay every month. Now, what you pay, it depends on how much you make per annum. To be honest, it's worth it. Just in case if something happens, we're not praying for anything bad, but nobody knows what can happen at a place of work. A client can just even accuse you, and sometimes the management will now back up the client and you will be confused. So it's important to join union. So if you're a healthcare worker, I'll advise you to go on Google, search for any union of your choice and join. So this new measure that is being put in place will tackle all of this crisis. So this was published the 4th of November. It says, Union launches charters to protect care workers on sponsored UK visa. It went further saying, care workers from countries such as Indians, Nigerians, and the Philippines who face losing their immigration status in the UK if they left their employers have been promised new protection by the landmark grassroots deal. The Migrant Care Workers Charter is an agreement designed by care workers and the trade union Unison to prevent exploitation of people on sponsor visa. And Salford Council is the first in the country to sign up to it. The immigration status of people on the post-Brexit sponsored healthcare worker visa and skilled worker visa rests on them having a licensed employer. If they lose their job, the Home Office can cancel their visa, giving them 60 days to find a new sponsoring employer, applying for a different visa or leave the country. It went further saying, union organizers say, this means care workers who have sold everything to come to the UK, often to work with people with dementia or complex needs, are vulnerable to exploitation by under-scrutinized employers. The charter includes a commitment that signatories such as Salford Council will identify or act as an employer of last resort for care workers who have been victimized or whose immigration status has been jeopardized after losing a job through no fault of their own, helping them to stay in the UK. Signatories also commit to creating an ethnic recruitment list to stop rogue employer getting public fund. It comes after discovering that over the last year by union official in Great Manchester, in one of the cases, Nigerian worker at a care home in Salford forced losing their status in the UK because the home was closed by its site being sold for development. Before union helped them find new job and secured unpaid wages, the union has also been working with Nigerian care workers employed by agencies whose licenses were withdrawn by the Home Office. Officials helped dozens of Indian care workers who had raised concern about underpayment condition and felt their immigration status were being used to threaten them, which their employer denied. They organized midnight meeting to accommodate their long working hours before securing union recognition. Steve Nord, the union president, said situation forced by care workers in the UK brought to mind the kafala system. In the part of Middle East, you are completely owned by the company you work for. They control your destiny and that of your family, and if you don't do as they told you, you risk deportation. So you do what you are told, he said. So the kafala system he's talking about in the Middle East, for someone like me, I used to watch videos of how domestic workers are being treated in the Middle East. Countries like Saudi Arabia, Oman, countries like that. When I watch videos of how domestic workers are being treated, I say, God. And I wonder how people watch these videos and still want to go there as a domestic workers. Not all of them, but most videos I watch, they go through a lot. So what they are trying to say here is that some persons who are here in the UK go through the same problem. They treat them bad, underpay them, and threaten to cancel their visa. And when they cancel your visa, you'll be deported back to your home country. But thank God for this new policy that is being put in place. Idris, 44, of Bristol, an Indian care worker who helped shape the charter, told The Guardian the precariousness posed by employees on sponsored visas was the biggest issue in adult social care. Matthew, a local organizer for union who helped care workers from overseas in Salford, said workers were being duped, paying in some cases £25,000 to recruit before arriving to find there was no job for them, or they were made to work unpaid for long period while the process began in Manchester. The charter has been shaped by care workers from across the UK, such as Lorenzo 38, who came to South-West England on a sponsored visa from Botswana in 2022 to work with disabled adults. She was promised her own accommodation by an employer, but found herself sharing a room with another woman in a 2-bedroom flat accommodation, 7 people. I didn't feel safe, she said. I had to fight for my salary. And then my employer was raided by immigration. Only now I do feel like I have reached England because my new job is properly paid. You guys can see how people are struggling. So when some persons come out and share their experience, what they go through, you guys need to understand that some persons too are genuinely struggling. So with this, there's a lot they are saying on this article. So what I want to tell you guys is that if you're watching this video and you are on a sponsorship visa, you all need to join a union. You see the importance of union. Even though that this measure has been put in place for people that are being underpaid, or persons who their visa license has been revoked, and they are struggling within that 60 days to get a place. At least now this measure will make, even if your sponsorship license has been revoked, they'll find a place for you. And they say they've got a last resort, meaning they've got a place where they'll be like, oh, you have to go to this place and work in order to remain in the country. I mean, if they've got the last resort, that means there is hope. You don't have to leave the country, isn't it? And at least you get a decent job that will be paying you without being panicking. But then for all of this to take place, it's important to join union. Like I said from the beginning, it's important to join union. So even if you go online, you see so many unions. So if you have watched this video to this very end, all you need to do is to go online and join this union. I just feel the need to share this with you guys. If you find this video informative and interesting to watch, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys in my next post. Bye guys.